I'm just going to call it shenanigans. If you have shenanigans, make sure it's safe shenanigans. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that.
You know, that voice was just about perfect. The cockroach. Uncle Kagi?
Oh. That wasn't supposed to be. Anyways, I'm just going to leave it at that. Shenanigans, safe shenanigans. Okay, everybody knows that. Come on, it's...
You were good. You were good.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Dealing with fursuiters.
Yes, very important. Okay, I'll start it. So, fursuiters. You do not hug them unless they want to be hugged. Okay. How can you tell? Well, some fursuiters literally walk around like this. Oh, here we go. Look at the husky in the back. Okay, now if they walk around like that, I'm sure it's fine if you give them a hug. Okay. Now, you still should probably ask, can I hug you? And they'll just nod. Do their little charade thing that I was talking about earlier that I don't really understand. And I'm sure they'll make it known that you can hug them. Do not tug on their tails. These suits are exceptionally expensive. Some of them can go for $2,000 or $3,000, $4,000. So do not tug on any part of their costume. That is bad. Bad form. I need a British accent. Bad form. That's horrible. I'll work on that. So no.
Sean.
Oh, that's Sean Connery.
That's Sean Connery.
I'd like to tell you something. Don't tug on fursuit costumes. And the floor's on fire. And the chair. There we go. That's out. Anyways.
It's out.
So, no hugging fursuiters without permission. No tugging on their costumes. Any bits of them. Tails, ears. Do not.
Don't jump on from behind them.
Yes, please do not pounce fursuits from behind. I don't care if you know them or not. It's not nice. And besides, they could have costume bits that you can't see. It could be under clothes. You could damage their costumes if you pounce on them from behind. So
they could also have a bad back as well.
Very true. Yeah. Photographs. Again, only with permission. Hold up your camera. I mean, because most of them don't talk, as I was saying earlier. Hold up your camera if they nod.
Or you can say, can I take a picture?
Can I take a picture? They'll do some crazy pose. I can't. This is about the best pose I can. This really hurts. I'm going to put the plate down. Oh. Then it's okay to take a picture. During the fursuit parade, that's kind of an open. Anybody who participates in the fursuit parade obviously knows that they're going to get photographed and pictured, so don't worry so much about that. You do not have to stop every parade member and go, no. But just walking down the hall, always ask if you can snap a picture. So that's dealing with fursuits.
Also, when it comes to fursuiters, if they need to get on the elevator,
they have priority.
Yes, they have priority.
Because that's very important.
These fursuiters go through a lot when they wear their suits because it gets hot underneath there.
Holy crap.
So please, do not get mad if they don't want to have their picture taken or they can't have a hug at the time because they're trying to get somewhere where they can cool down. Yes. That's why we also have the headless lounge on this level.
Which you cannot go into unless you are a handler
or a fursuiter.
Or a fursuiter. Okay. The headless lounge, it's marked as the headless lounge, and it's also the room with the doors open. You see that big black curtain? Has everybody seen that?
This is the only area where there are no recording or pictures to be taken.
None whatsoever.
Yes.
It's not allowed. You cannot take any pictures in there. Okay. Now, while we're on the subject of costumes, so let's say I go down, I'm hungry, I want to go get my 2 meals a day, and I'm going to go to McDonald's, and I wear my ears and my tail, and I'm all frillied out. Do not get offended if somebody points at you and laughs. You look silly. You look silly. I'm sorry, you do. You look silly. You do. Your ears, they're cute, but you look silly. If I'm not a furry, I would totally laugh at you. I'm sorry, but that's just the nature of humans. So do not get offended. Own up to it. So here, I chose to wear this out in public. Tails all, I wish I had my tail. Tails all swishing. Oh, you're funny? You're funny too. Just be polite. You know, you don't have to get all offended because they're making fun of you. You look silly. If you are the sensitive type, and there are sensitive furs, I know lots and lots of sensitive furs, then don't wear your tails and ears out in public. If you don't want to get pointed at and looked at.
Also, some restaurants might say it's a health code violation, even though these furs are fake.
Yes, you might be asked to take off your stuff. Again, that's totally up to the restaurant. It has nothing to do whatsoever with the convention. So do not come back to us and complain. Danny's told me I had to take off my ears, and I was all offended. They told me it was a health problem, and I know for a fact there's no hair and this coming off these ears and going onto this food here. And we have nothing to do with that. The restaurants can make up any rules that they want, and if they want to kick you out, they can. I mean, it's sad.
Oh, speaking of that, do we want to discuss hotel rules at all?
Yes. I'll let you do that. Your spec ops. Here, have Mike. Mike powers. It helps if you hold it with two hands. But you don't have to.
Okay. Basically, we are renting this space for the hotel. So it basically means we also have to follow their rules as well. As before, you are allowed to drink. Please make sure that you are of age.
Of course.
If I have any smokers out here, this is a non-smoking hotel. So that means you have to go outside to smoke.
And 25 feet is the rule in this state. You have to be 25 feet away from the door. If there's a little ashtray there, okay, obviously you can, but you cannot congregate really close to those glass doors. The hotel will shove you away from the glass doors if you congregate there.
Right. Yes. Now, speaking of smoking, for those that have not heard lately, Amendment 64 has passed in the state, which basically means you can carry 1 ounce of recreational marijuana while you're within the state of Colorado. Unfortunately, here at the hotel and around the surrounding grounds, you cannot smoke marijuana at all, unless it's for medicinal purposes. And you must have a medical marijuana card on you for that.
And obviously you can't smoke in convention areas, duh. You can't drink in convention areas either. You can drink in your room. Yeah, no.
No. Even though we may join you.
Maybe Sunday, when it's all over.
You really wanted to get us kicked out of here.
No. Speaking of the hotel, okay, you see the security guards wandering around, right?
Don't be afraid of them.
Don't be afraid of them. They're not Gestapo. They're not the Gestapo. They're not trying to harass you. They are trying to protect you. They are specifically here to protect the congoers, make sure that they're safe and they have a good time. They are not here to harass you. I promise. And if they look a little grouchy, try smiling at them. Don't be an ass to them, and don't tease them, and don't throw freaking, what the hell will happen when you don't throw tennis balls at them? I mean, they're actually really nice guys. I mean, the head of the security here at the hotel is an awesome guy. We've dealt with him for the last 4 years. Really, really great guy. So you don't need to be afraid of the security staff. They are your friends. They are not your enemies. So be nice. We also have our Spec Ops team. Spec Ops are anybody that's wearing these red shirts. If they are wearing a red shirt, that means they are on duty. You can ask them questions. You can get, if you have a security problem, you can bring it to one of these guys. If you see one of these shirts, these guys are the directors. So if you have a problem with a staff member, you can come up to anybody, one of these guys in a t-shirt, or not t-shirt, this is
Your
actually
bowling shirt.
That's not a bowling shirt.
It's a bowling shirt.
Okay, it's a bowling shirt.
I know, because I bowl.
Okay. Come up to one of these guys in the bowling shirt, will say director on it. They also have this little gold gavel, so they can help you as well if you need to escalate something. That would be if you had like a problem with a staff member. Maybe somebody was a tad rude, and you need to say, hey, the guy checking the door at dealers was kind of rude to me. You don't need to make a big fuss about it. Just let us know, and we'll talk to him about it. You don't need to go tweeting, this con sucks. Not only did I not meet anyone, because I was sitting in a corner by myself, the guy at the dealer's den yelled at me and was mean to me, even though he said, I need to see your badge. I hate you.
Yes, speaking of badges, please make sure that you have your badges
I
out,
said that already.
visible. Oh, you said that
I've
already?
said that too. Are you getting old?
Yes, you know I am, dear.
That's all good.
How many gray muzzles do we have in here? Because I see a few.
Does anybody know what a gray muzzle is?
There are two definitions of gray muzzles.
Over 40.
You're either over 30.
That's not true.
It is true.
It's not true.
It is true.
No, it's not.
Or you've been in the fandom so long, you practically know about just about everything.
It's over 40. There's different definitions, and I choose to believe the one that's over 40.
The only reason why you want it to be over 40 is because you haven't hit that mark yet.
And so? Okay, anyways. So dealing with the hotel, we are their guests. If you have a problem with any of the hotel guests, because there are other hotel guests, while we're on the subject, we're all here to have fun.
Room parties.
But don't act. I'll get there.
Yeah.
Don't act like an ass, please, and especially if they're obviously not with the con. If you see kids, if you see adults that don't look like they're with the con, and trust me, we're all pretty obvious. Don't just be a normal person. It's hard, I know, but just be nice, be polite. Say, hey, how you doing? Don't be all like grinding all up ons and giving them strange hugs and saying weird, obscene words out of the blue. There's a story to that, but I can't really tell it. Okay, room parties.
Yeah.
I'll just go on. Just go on. Room parties. Okay, so floor two. Floor two is the fursuit floor. It is also the party room. So if you have a room on floor two, you can have a party. You still have to kind of keep an eye on the noise, but you can get a little bit louder because the hotel has made concessions. So if you're going to go to a room party, go to ones that are on floor two. They're usually made pretty known. There's that big message cube. Has everyone seen the message cube out in the Crystal Foyer? It's about 20 feet tall. It's got pegboard on it all around. It's right. Nobody has seen it. It's right down there, like right out in the main doors. Okay,
We should probably get like a neon sign with an arrow that just points to the right.
message. It's 8 feet tall. How could you possibly miss it? Seriously, it's like. And anyways, the message cube is a place where you can leave bulletins about parties, and if you're trying to hook up with somebody, not that way, but if you're trying to meet up with somebody that you met on Twitter, meet up. That's a good word.
I thought that's what pounds was for.
Anyways, so if you're gonna have a room party and you're not on floor two, that means you can still have a party, but you have to keep the noise down. And if you get a complaint, obviously you have to keep the noise down. So again, just be polite, be cognizant of your surroundings.
Yes, you don't want hotel security to come knocking on your door.
Yes, please. I mean, they will be nice to you, but if they've had several complaints, they come back and you still haven't dealt with the problem.
Then you'll be dealing with DPD.
You don't want that.
No, you don't want them.
They're okay, but you don't want that.
They beat first and ask questions later. It's true.
Yeah.
We've seen the
We
videos.
won't get.